Diane, you said you were taking David to the doctor today, correct? So, how did it go? What did the doctor say? Hello, I'm asking you a question. What did the doctor say?
Oh, Anthony, are you sure you want to know?
Well, that's why I'm asking you what you heard from the doctor. Did they find something wrong with our David? Is that why you're hesitating?
She said something about autism. The doctor told me to take him to see a child psychiatrist for more information, but she's pretty sure he has autism.
David has autism? Nah, you must have heard it wrong. I don't believe it. I think she's mistaken, and we need to see another pediatrician for David. She doesn't know what she's saying. Did you just leave like that, or did you ask for more checkups?
I just left. I'm actually about to see the child psychiatrist in 5 minutes because somebody canceled their appointment this morning, so they have a spot for us. Sorry to drop the news like this, but I'm also very shocked to hear this.
This is giving me a headache. David is only 2. How can anyone be sure whether he has autism or not? A 2-year-old can barely do anything.
But you have to understand that autism is something that people are born with. It's totally possible to detect signs of autism even when it's a baby who can't talk or express emotions.
But we can't just accept that our son has autism because of what one doctor said.
You're absolutely right, but I think he is autistic, and that's what scares me. He never makes eye contact with anyone, not even with me. I've never seen him smile, and he barely makes any noise in general.
Not every baby makes loud noises, babe. And maybe our child's just on the quieter side compared to other ones.
Believe me, this is very shocking for me too. I just hope that you're right. Maybe your baby is just an extremely quiet one and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm as shocked as you are, so let's be patient and wait for the child psychiatrist to say something. I'm not too worried, to be honest. I think our child is fine. Call me afterwards, okay? Where are you? Are you still at the psychiatrist's? I was waiting for your call, but it's been a few hours and you still haven't told me anything.
Oh, sorry about that. I did get to talk to the psychiatrist.
That's good to hear. The doctor that you went to see first was wrong, right? There's no way our child is autistic. The doctor is just a pediatrician, not a psychiatrist. There's definitely a difference, and we shouldn't have trusted her from the beginning. She doesn't know a thing about how a child's mind works. I was stressing out for nothing. Plus, we had to spend all that money for those meaningless checkups.
Anthony, stop. David is autistic. The psychiatrist confirmed it. We're on our way home.
That can't be. Wait, is autism curable? Geez, I'm not very knowledgeable about it, so I have no idea if it's something permanent or not.
There's no cure to autism at this moment. Scientists are studying it, but for now there's nothing we can do. We just need to be on alert for any symptoms associated with it and help him in various ways so that he can live a normal life like the other kids. At least something close to normal.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. We should discuss this further when I get home.
Anthony just called and told me everything. Is it true that David has autism? I need to hear it from you to believe it. How can my precious grandchild be diagnosed with autism? He's my only grandchild.
Yes, Tiffany, we're all very surprised to hear this. This is not easy to deal with, and I especially was so shocked to hear it from the doctors.
Oh my goodness.
But the child psychiatrist confirmed it, and it looks like David is autistic. I panicked at first, but I've come to terms with it. I can't be panicking when he needs our care and support.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can barely breathe.
I'm sorry, Tiffany. I didn't want this either, and this is all very confusing. I don't know why this is happening to us.
What did you do to him? Why would he be diagnosed with autism or whatever if you properly cared for him?
Sorry?
Did you already forget what I said when you were pregnant? As a mother, your focus has to be on the baby at all times. You need to feed the baby several times a day and will not likely have time to eat proper meals. That's the rule, and that's what a mother is supposed to do. Did you not listen to my advice?
No, it's not that, but I'm really sorry that this happened. I don't know what caused him to be autistic. I still need to research more about this, but I'm so sorry for making you worry.
It's too late. David is autistic, and nothing can fix that. He will need extra care like speech therapy, special education, etc. Who knows how much money that is? So much money when you don't even work. I feel bad for Anthony. All of his money will be spent on a bunch of therapy sessions that won't even do anything.
It's true that he needs more help and support than other kids, but we will try our best to make it work. I am confident that we can get through this.
That's what you think. You sound optimistic right now, but have you never thought about how Anthony will struggle? Money is one issue, but what you need to think about is your husband. Don't you feel sorry for him? His son is autistic and will probably be a whole lot different from the other kids at school. How can you not look at this from his perspective?
But Tiffany, what about me? We're talking about our son. It is not easy for either of us. While he's at work, I'll have to be with my son 24/7. I'll probably have to stay by his side even after he's over 18 due to his condition. Anthony and I will both struggle to some extent.
Maybe you misunderstood. You and I are not biologically related. We're only family because you married my son. Why do I have to be concerned about someone who I barely consider as family?
I mean, I still think we're a family. Also, as much as Anthony is struggling to understand this, it's difficult for me to take in as well. You didn't have to say those things that make me feel worse.
I don't care if I made you feel worse or whatever. I don't have the time and energy to think about that right now. What do you want me to do? Do you need a cheerleading squad to cheer you up because I said one small thing that pissed you off?
That's not what I'm saying.
My life was not easy when I was younger. I was hoping for a better life after getting married, but it was still not easy. I was once again getting hopeful and looked forward to spending time with my grandchild, but that failed too. All of my friends are busy spending time with their grandchildren. Oh, I'm so jealous. I don't think you're paying attention to my words, so I'll stop for today. But if I ever see my son in distress, I'll be very unhappy with you. Anthony, how are you doing? You're eating all right.
Oh, Mom, I am so exhausted these days. For some reason, David has trouble walking in a straight line, and he trips over his own feet all the time. He cries every time that happens, and it's friggin' annoying. Diane is wearing the same pair of leggings and the same sweatshirt every single day. She barely wears makeup, and she has massive bags under her eyes. Seeing my wife with my son stresses me out instead of making me happy. I never expected this kind of life. I never wanted this. It's making me somewhat regret getting married to her because I feel so sorry for myself.
Oh, my precious son, I know this is very difficult for you.
I'm trying my best to, but this is not something that I want. I think about running away every second.
Anthony, can't you just get a divorce and start over? You're still young, so I'm sure it's more than possible for you to find a new, better woman to marry.
Oh, stop it, Mom. I know how much you care about me, but there's no point in saying that.
It was just a suggestion.
Right, your suggestion is not very useful because guess what? I've been in a serious relationship with this woman for a while.
Really? Who is that woman? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me sooner? This is great news. I'm so happy for you. I need to meet her in person immediately.
She's a 25-year-old violinist, super young and super pretty. Diane looks like an old granny next to her. She's gorgeous with a nice body, and she is the nicest person in the world. She's very polite and respectful to others. She's perfect for me. I couldn't have asked for a better girl.
She's a talented musician and is pretty and has the best personality. She does sound like a perfect girl indeed. You two are perfect for each other. I think I like her already.
Oh, we love each other very much.
What did I tell you? Diane isn't for you. You are too good for her. I said this multiple times and you still married her. Now look what happened. You deserve someone way better than her, and it looks like you finally found that person. You should have waited a few more years to get married. Then you wouldn't have had David to deal with.
Well, Diane wanted to get married even though I told her that I wasn't too certain about our relationship. I didn't want to be rude and make her feel bad, so I got married. Thinking back, that was a big mistake on my part. Like you, I'm a kind-hearted person and I couldn't say no to her proposal.
What's your new girlfriend's name?
Her name is May. She's been hinting at me that she wants to get married to me ASAP. She doesn't seem to care that I'm married and have a child of my own.
That means she's really into you.
Should I just file a divorce today and start living with May?
No, let's be more rational right now. May sounds like a great girl, but who knows what'll happen in the future. What if you get a divorce only to find that May is in love with another man? She's younger than you, so she can change her mind anytime she wants. We have to play it safe. For now, don't let Diane find out about you and May. Just keep things as they are and pretend that everything is normal. Meanwhile, you need to have a baby with May so that she won't leave you even if she wants to.
Wow, Mom, you are so smart. How did you think of that? I think this plan is perfect. I will do exactly what you said. You're the best.
We're in this together. You need to pat yourself on the back for getting such a beautiful girl, too. My son is so handsome and attractive. In a few months, he'll be able to escape from Diane and start a new life with May.
I can't wait. May is the dream girl I've been waiting for. I should have listened to you when you opposed our marriage. Then I wouldn't have had to go through a divorce to be with May.
That's why you need to always listen to your mother and discuss before you act. This is what happens when you ignore me and marry a girl like Diane.
I'm sorry about that, Mom. I'll make sure I ask you and get your permission before making decisions. Did you have a chance to take a look at the documents that I left on the kitchen table?
No, I didn't. You should have handed them to me before going to work. David was crying all day since he woke up, so I didn't even have time to wash my face.
Yikes, why is he crying for no reason? I assumed you didn't. You would have flipped out if you did. Anyway, they're divorce papers and forms. I would like you to fill them out by tomorrow night or as soon as you can so that we can get a divorce.
Divorced? Are you being serious? I don't understand where this is coming from. How come you didn't talk to me about this? Can we please talk about it face to face before we decide?
I've already made my decision and there's nothing that you can do now. You just need to sign them and get them to me by the end of tomorrow. The faster, the better.
Can I at least know why?
I met the love of my life and I want to be with her forever. She's a lot younger and prettier than you. Her personality is great too, of course. She gave birth to our baby yesterday, so our divorce has to be taken care of ASAP. I hate to rush you, but please, cooperate.
What? How long has this been going on behind my back?
For some time. Our baby is a very handsome and healthy boy. I can show you pictures of him if you want.
Then that means you've been seeing her while you were still living with me and David? You should have told me when you found out she was pregnant with your baby.
Correct. The past few months have been especially stressful. Overall, my life with you and David was awful, and it was so hard for me to put my mask on and act like I care. You don't know how many times I thought about running away from you to be with my love. Literally every second was hell.
You were barely home, and it was always me looking after him. Yet I tried to be understanding, and I respected your own time and space. I never complained about anything when things were not that easy for me either, so you can't just do this out of the blue.
I know this isn't ideal, but you gotta give me some credit for putting up with you for so long. And hey, I never got caught.
This can't be happening. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to David, your own son? Are you out of your mind? What would David think if he finds out that his father left him for his girlfriend and her child?
No. How could you do this to me? You're the one who needs to reflect on your actions and apologize to me. My life for the past few years was a mess because of you and him. You owe me an apology, not the other way around. Do you know how much of my money was spent on his hospital bills and therapy sessions? It was my money that you just wasted without thinking. You're lucky that I'm not asking you to pay it back to me.
Are you serious right now? Are you drunk? You are a piece of garbage if you actually believe that money was a waste. It was for your own son, not a random stranger on the streets. The fact that he's autistic shouldn't affect your love for him. He's still our child. You're a monster.
That's right, call me a monster all you want. I'm a monster, so what? Maybe I'm a monster only to you. Have you thought about it like that? You don't want to live with a monster, so just sign the forms and leave me alone. I'm busy, I gotta go see my adorable little baby. Oh, he is an angel. You'll fall in love with him once you see him in person. By the way, just letting you know that I can't come home today.
Go to hell. Tiffany, it's me. This is urgent. Did you know everything from the beginning?
What do you mean by everything?
I'm talking about Anthony seeing another girl behind my back. Did you know or not?
Oh, that. Geez, you sound so serious. I was aware of it. Why do you ask? Do you have a problem with that?
Do I have a problem with it? Of course I do. In fact, I have so many problems with it. I don't even know where to start. Does any of this make sense to you? Cheating on your wife when your own child is ill and then declaring a divorce one day because the girlfriend gave birth to their baby? Are you okay with this? As a mother, can you accept such behavior?
It makes perfect sense to me. Are you trying to force my Anthony to stay by your side to look after David? David is a pain. I can't watch my own son struggle and be tortured like that. He needs to find his own happiness, so please let him go.
He's not tortured by anyone or anything. He needs to be there for David as his father.
You're the one not making sense. How dare you try to ruin my son's life?
What did I do? We got married because we loved each other. He wanted a kid right away, even though I wanted to wait a year or two. Everything was his decision.
You're the mother. It's your fault that David is the way he is. If you'd been more careful when you had him and ate the food that I made for you, you would have given birth to a non-autistic baby.
That's not how autism works. You can't just make up excuses to put the blame on me. Anthony and I should be in this together for our child. Instead, he's running away like a baby because he's scared.
You will be there for David, so that should work. Anthony doesn't have to be dragged into it and suffer with you.
It's like talking to a wall. You're not willing to listen.
What did you just say about me? I feel like I'm talking to a wall too. You're not the only one. Take some time to think about what I said and it should click. You're not in a position where you can say such things to me or to Anthony. Sign the divorce papers as soon as you can. That's all I ask. And let Anthony be happy for once. He tried his best, you know, but it didn't work out. I will make sure he pays for child support. It should be more than enough, but still let either of us know if it isn't.
Yes, Tiffany, I understand. I'll read over the documents and get them signed by tomorrow. We will get a divorce and he'll be free since that's what he wants. I realize I can't live with a man who abandons his own child, so this is the best solution for all three of us. You have nothing to worry about.
Good. Take your stupid child and leave.
How have you been?
Oh, Diane, it's been a while. I was starting to get worried. I've been really busy lately and didn't have time to call you. The restaurant is doing extremely well and I might need to hire more workers. Overall, I'm doing great.
Really? That's amazing. Last year or so, you told me your restaurant wasn't doing that well and considered selling it.
Back then, it was like that. We barely had any customers, but luckily this year, things are looking very different.
Your hard work paid off.
Well, tell me how you're doing. What have you been up to? I want to hear all about it.
Mom, I'm getting a divorce.
Divorce? You and Anthony are getting a divorce. This is totally unexpected, dear. I always thought you two were perfect for each other. I never thought I'd hear the word divorce from you.
We were perfect for each other, but not anymore. That was only before David was diagnosed with autism. We used to be a power couple together, back in the old days.
Let me guess, he's asking for divorce because he can't stand being around David.
Basically, yeah, but there's more. He had a girlfriend and recently she gave birth to a healthy boy who's probably not autistic. He adores that baby, even though David is also his child.
That must be a joke. How can a person do that? He can't just abandon his wife and child. This is unacceptable. On top of that, he was cheating on you and has a baby with his girlfriend. I can't believe it.
Now he wants to be a legal father to that baby.
Diane, go ahead and sign the papers. You don't need that man in your life, and David won't need him either. He asked for a divorce and he will get it. You cannot possibly live with that psycho. I won't allow it.
I already signed those papers. I just need to turn them in. I wasn't going to, but Anthony and Tiffany both desperately wanted me to leave. They don't want to see me or my boy, so there's no point in trying to convince them.
Jesus Christ. I thought Tiffany would be different. She's a mother too, so I expected her to take your side in this situation.
Nope. She knew it all before I did.
They will both go to hell for sure. What they're doing to you is unbelievable. That's why I told you to watch out for men like him. There are a lot of people who are fake and pretend to be someone they're not.
Who knew Anthony would become like this? He's a totally different person now.
Divorce him and come here by tonight. Pack up your things and live with me. I want to see David too. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Is it really okay to do that?
What other choice do you have right now? Do you have a place to live? You have an autistic child with you. You can't just sleep on the streets or stay at a friend's place. Don't argue with me and come.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll start packing. Are you satisfied now?
More than satisfied. I'm so excited to start a new life with my love and my adorable child. This is what you call heaven. To be with the ones that you love. I've waited for this moment for years, and it is finally here.
Good for you.
Well, it's not looking too great for you. David still needs his therapy sessions, and those are like $100 per session, right? How are you gonna pay for those?
Why do you care about his therapy? You left us, so it's weird that you're asking those questions. I will figure it out myself, so you should just focus on your new wife and new child. It's what you wanted, so enjoy it while you can.
Don't tell me what to do. And of course, I will focus on my new family now. I wish you the best of luck. You'll need it if you're still planning to live with that useless child.
I hope we never, ever see each other again. This is the last time we talk to each other. After this one, it's over for us.
I want to know everything about the interview. How did my precious boy do?
Yeah, the interview ended just now. The article should be up by tomorrow morning. The reporters were very impressed with him. And next week, I think he's going to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show, but we'll have to see.
Oh, that's so exciting. I can't believe this is happening. Who knew our little David would grow up to be a math prodigy? Your marriage might have been a failure, but David is certainly the opposite of that.
I know, right? I'm so proud of him. There are a lot of professors from prestigious universities interested in meeting him too.
Your ex-husband who gave up on him without trying could have watched a YouTube video or read a news article about him by now. He has had so many interviews, and I'm sure everyone in the country has heard about him from somewhere. Anthony might regret his actions.
I have no idea, but that's possible. I never received a single penny from him for child support. I guess he and his mother were lying when they promised me that they'd pay child support until David becomes 18. It doesn't matter. I don't need any money from those people. I only need you and my son. I don't even know if they're alive or not because I haven't heard from them at all. It's like they just disappeared into thin air.
Right. We don't need those people in our lives. I'm pretty sure they never intended to pay anything. You can't just forget about what happened, but I want you to put the past behind you and focus on the present and the future for David. Let's support him to the best of our ability. That should be our goal. I believe in you.
Yes, I only care about David and his happiness. I don't have time to think about anything else. This is all thanks to you, Mom. I want to say that this would have never been possible if you weren't there for us. David has become famous because of his own talent and success, but I know deep down that you're the reason why he was able to discover his passion for math in the first place.
Oh, thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me. I suggest we throw a big party to ourselves tonight. We should celebrate today's interview's success. How does that sound?
Sounds lovely, Mom. We're on our way. See you soon.
Hi, Diane. You remember me.
Who is this?
This is Tiffany.
Tiffany. Who's Tiffany? I shouldn't have a person called Tiffany texting me like this. Oh, I remember. You're my ex-husband's mother.
Yes, that is correct. You remember me, right?
Yes, and I believe you have the wrong number, ma'am. I divorced Anthony, so there's no reason for us to interact again.
Well, I'm glad that you still remember me.
Of course I remember you. It took me a second, but I would never forget you, unfortunately. How could I forget a woman who gave birth to a psychopath that left his own family for another woman and her baby? It's been 13 years since we last saw each other. I honestly thought you wouldn't live this long. It's surprising to see you alive and well. Seriously, how are you still alive?
David has become quite famous. There are a bunch of news articles, TV shows, and podcasts starring him. Our boy is a genius.
Our boy. Did you just call David our boy?
He is extremely intelligent for his age. How did you manage to pay for his therapy and others? Especially things that are related to academics. Did you hire a private tutor? Or maybe you put him in a private academy for prodigies? Those things all cost money.
Excuse me, but my boy David is more intelligent than you think. He didn't need any outside help and he studied on his own. That's how he won all those math competitions, including the most recent one, the International Mathematical Olympiad. So I didn't need to spend any money when it came to education. Several nonprofit organizations, math labs, and world-renowned mathematicians have reached out to me to offer him a place at their institutions. Thanks to them, he was able to reach his maximum potential without failure. You might disagree to what I'm about to say, but I think I gave birth to a fine boy.
Good for you. It's a relief to hear that you two have been doing well.
Get to the point, Tiffany. What made you reach out to me after 13 years? And how did you get my new phone number?
Diane, I'd like to apologize for my past actions. I was wrong. I should have been more considerate, and I regret it very much. My sincere apologies.
I don't understand the purpose of this apology. It almost sounds fake to me because it shouldn't have taken you this long to admit your mistakes. Did Anthony's new wife file a divorce because she got sick of him? Is that why you're asking me to accept you and take you in? Because I seem rich? Or did you just decide to accept David as your grandson after discovering that he's a prodigy?
Anthony is in a psych ward right now.
Psychiatric ward.
His new wife, May, passed away soon after their marriage. It was a rare disease that I don't even know the name of. He was a single father for a long time, only to see his son go to prison for murder. The child made friends with the wrong people and killed a person while selling drugs.
Oh, wow.
He started drinking every day and became a terrible alcoholic. He became very aggressive and began to lose control. I had no choice but to send him to a psych ward because I didn't know what to do. please save me. Please save him. If you kindly forgive us and help us out, I'll do everything you say for the rest of my life. I can work as a maid for your house, and I can also cook.
This is too funny. I'm at a loss for words because this sounds too good to be true. I can't find the right words to describe how funny this is. Tiffany, have you heard of karma before? This is the perfect example of karma. You abandoned us and kicked us out when we were at our lowest, and karma slapped you right in the face. You rejected your own grandchild, and now look where you're at. You deserve it.
And that's why I want to apologize. It's late, but I mean it.
After seeing the grandchild you rejected on TV, you assumed we'd be rich and had money to share with you. That's exactly why you're acting all genuine and sorry, but I won't be fooled. In fact, I feel like throwing up after talking to you and listening to your apologies. They gave me goosebumps all over my body. I wish you could be here to watch me throw up. Maybe that's going to make you realize that what you're doing is pointless.
I'm genuinely very, very sorry. I'm old and I don't have that many years left. Can't you just be a bit more generous and accept my apology? I'm literally begging on my knees.
That's not necessary. You're old, so you need to take care of your knees better. Besides, I don't intend to accept your apology, not even one bit. You're wasting your time and energy by repeatedly saying sorry when you don't even mean it. And FYI, my mom still remembers your face and Anthony's. She says she will beat you to death if she ever runs into either of you. Scary, isn't it? My mom is also true to her words, so if she says she's going to do something, then she will definitely do it. So my suggestion is that you should never contact me ever again and focus on looking after your son. It must be really hard for him right now. Don't y'all find this ridiculous? Cutting ties with your own son because he's autistic and marrying another woman to have a healthier baby, and then his mother has to beg on her knees for forgiveness? Some people might say I'm heartless and should have accepted her apology, but I could immediately tell that she was doing it for our money. It was obvious that she never properly reflected on her actions. She just one day saw David on TV and thought he was making a lot of money, and that got her attention. She was not financially stable after everything that happened, and seeing David gave her an idea. After I basically threatened her to stay away from us, I never heard from her, and I have no idea what she's doing now. My son continues to exceed my expectations and has become a successful mathematician and physicist. He received a full-ride scholarship to Oxford University and will graduate next year or so. I used to doubt myself and my son all the time because it just looked so hopeless for us. I wasn't sure if I could be the ideal mother that he needed. But nobody's perfect, and it took me a while to realize that. Right now, I'm just happy with my amazing son and my kind mother. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more.